What's going on, everybody? It's Key Time coming back with another one to talk about the 2024 NBA Finals Game 5. The Boston Celtics have won the championship for a record setting 18th time. But before I get into all of those accolades and team success, I want to talk about the players from both sides. Now, we know that the Dallas Mavericks, they wanted to force this back to Dallas for a game 6, but I didn't see that happening. But I'm gonna show you the play. I'm gonna tell you the player stats from the Dallas Mavericks. So, PJ Washington had 4 points in 34 minutes. Derrick Jones Jr. had 10 points in 22 minutes. Daniel Gafford had 6 points in 11 minutes. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, he had sort of an okay game. He didn't play to everybody's standard, but the Celtics they had Drew Holiday on him, which is a defensive specialist, and Luka Doncic. He was able to get to his spots. He scored 28 points, but it wasn't to the level of efficiency that we are used to seeing him score with. Now, the Dallas Mavericks, they got to get better in this coming off season. You have to have more scoring outside of Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, because when those two went to the bench, the scoring it was like the scoring was iffy then, because you didn't know whether Derrick Jones Jr. was going to give you 10 to 15 points. Obviously, Tim Hardaway Jr., he fell out of the lineup because he wasn't getting playing time like he should. So as far as the Dallas Mavericks, they had a good season. Many people projected them not to even make it to the finals. So that is an accomplishment in and of itself. And they probably won't get back to the NBA Finals, but they will be in the thick of things come next season. And now, to the Boston Celtics, winners of the NBA Finals for a record-setting 18th time. Jason Tatum had a breakout game, 31 points. Jaylen Brown had 21 points. Al Horford had 19. Drew Holiday had 15. Derek White had 14 points. Kristaps Porzingis, he had 5 points, but he was strictly out there for his size last night, so I'm not going to get too much into that. And Sam Hauser had 8 points. Now, the largest lead that the Celtics had last night was 26. I knew that the Celtics, they were not going to let this go to a 6 game, because most of the players have been there since Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown was drafted. Now, I remember when Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown was drafted back in 2017. The first season, they get there. They get to the Eastern Conference Finals and play the Cavaliers, and they lose to LeBron James in a game 7 on their home floor. So that was a learning experience for them. So that's one. 2 years ago, they get to the NBA Finals, up 2-1 in the series versus the Golden State Warriors. Go on to lose the series in 6 games. That's another experience that they've learned. That's another learning experience. Last year, down 3-0 to the Miami Heat to push it to a game 7 on their home floor. And Jason Tatum, a minute and a half into the game, he gets injured. Also a learning experience for them. And now this year, they basically was the best team in the NBA from top to bottom. You can look at any statistical category and you will see that it's the Boston Celtics tops, and then there is everybody else, because that is what it was. And last night is a sacred date, a very valuable date in Celtics history, because last night, 16 years ago last night, the Celtics won their 17th championship. And last night, 16 years later, last night, they won their 18th championship. So now I am going to give y'all a list of the championship years for all of my sports historians out there, whether you are in America, overseas, or wherever you are. I am going to give you a list of the championship years for the Boston Celtics. And I'm going to start it right now. So, their first championship was 1956, 59 through 66, 68, 69, 74, 76, 76, 1981, 1984, 1986, 2008, and 2024. So they have the most championships than anybody. The team that comes in second is my dearly beloved Los Angeles Lakers. It was kind of hard to see the Celtics celebrate last night because we not in a tie no more when it comes to championships. But the Lakers someday will be on the quest for banner number 18 too. So now let me get the future team outlooks. Do I expect the Boston Celtics to be back here next year? Of course I do. Everybody does. And to mention it, the Celtics are favored to win next year's championship. They are a plus 300 currently as we speak. Now that could change. We have the draft coming up. In a couple weeks, we have NBA free agency coming up. So they have a chance to get better in order to make a quest for a repeat. And also, there are some other teams that are favored too. The Clippers, the Phoenix Suns, and the Milwaukee Bucks are also in. Those are the top 4 teams that are favored in the NBA Finals for next season. Now, as far as for the Dallas Mavericks, they have a tough road to get back to the NBA Finals next season because you look at it from the West, you have, I know Golden State is still out there. You have Minnesota, you have Phoenix, you have LA, you have Denver. You also have Sacramento, a young and upcoming bunch who can also give a team trouble in a 7-game playoff series. So I just named about maybe 5 or 6 teams that the Dallas Mavericks are going to have to face in order to get back to the Western Conference Championship and to the NBA Finals. Now, as far as for the Boston Celtics, let's see what teams that they are going to have to face in order to get back to the NBA Finals. You got Philadelphia, you got Indiana, you got New York, you got Cleveland, you also got maybe Orlando, you also got maybe Miami. Miami is always going to be in the thick of things. So I just named 7 teams that the Celtics are going to have to face in order to get back to the NBA Finals next season. Do I think that they'll be able to get back to the NBA Finals next season? There is a great possibility that they can, because only thing they can do is get better from this team. And also you have most of the roster is coming back for the 2024-2025 season. So the Celtics, they are the team that everybody is shooting for now. And with that is my reaction to Game 5 of last night. That is my reaction to the Celtics becoming the most winningest franchise in NBA history with a record-setting 18 championships. And that is the end of this show. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the notification bell to get notified of all of my reaction videos, content, and shows. And remember, one last thing. Remember, the key is always on time.